You want to do something, just don't do it. It doesn't matter if it takes you longer than you expected. One of the things I used to tell Jenius all the time is, bro, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do something, as long as you know you're gonna win.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, if I know I'm gonna win at something, I don't care how long it takes me, because I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get to the finish line.
Yeah.
So if it takes me 6 months, takes me 8 months, doesn't matter. Time don't matter at that point, because I know I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
If you have that mentality when you're doing something, you're good.
Yeah, that's
You're good.
big. That's
Time don't matter. People are hung up on time and, I need to do this today. I need to get this done today. I don't worry about time. I just worry about winning.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you.
SAYless, doMORE. Introduce yourself to the people.
All right. They call me Kevin, aka Magic, for the ones that know me for many, many years.
Yeah.
Been in the music industry forever.
Yeah.
Call myself an entrepreneur.
Yes,
Trying to help people, you know what I mean? One day at a time,
Yes. Yeah, man, I'm very familiar with you. We know each other, we go way back.
Way back.
You kind of put me onto a couple of things,
Way back.
So yeah, I see on your Instagram you've been moving around a lot, yo. You've been going taking a little trips here and there.
Yeah.
You're in the last 5 years. Give me your most memorable time away.
5 years.
Yeah,
Last 5 years, probably
most memorable one.
pretty much, I'll be honest with you, like, all of them are memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I would say probably the last 5 years is, man, there's so many. Probably being out in LA, you know what I mean? And just getting shit done. That's probably the most memorable. I like to relate memorability to, like, work.
Yes.
I'm always working.
Yes.
And, just trying to get shit done every day, right? So it's just like, probably just being out in LA for a bit,
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Through everything with Kendrick and Drake that's going on,
Yeah.
how's the energy out there knowing, like, you talk different from the people out there, obviously, right? So is that energy like, oh yeah, he's from Toronto, it's one of Jake's people, or, 'cause it's getting intense, man.
Yeah, I think that I don't really, where I am, I don't really see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more of like, I don't really advertise that I'm from Toronto, but I am from Toronto, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go and do me.
Yeah.
And I don't really see it. Like, back then, I didn't really see it. I guess it might change now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, being out there now, but I mean, it's just a rap beef, you know what I'm saying? And it's just lyrics to me.
Yeah. What is the culture down in LA and the culture out here? What the difference? Is it similar, different? Like, like.
I think they're different.
Yeah.
It's LA is a little bit more segregated to pockets. You know what I mean? Where Toronto, there's nowhere in Toronto you really can't go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
There's nowhere really in Toronto that you can't do what you got to do, right? Where LA is a little bit different. You know what I mean? You got to think twice about the clothes you wear. You got to think twice about where you're going, what time you're going, who you're going to see, right? So it's a little bit different. I guess because I'm here, and I'm from here.
Yeah.
There's nowhere in Toronto that you can't really go and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Is it multicultural like out here?
more out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. That's good to know. So now, I want to touch on one of your subjects there. So yeah, you're known for being in the music industry.
Yeah.
And tell me about your son, man. The youngest one.
Yeah.
Tell me about him, because I've been around and I've seen the work that you guys put in.
Yeah.
How old was he when he first started making beats?
So realistically, I put it in his hands when he was like 8. And we didn't really take it serious at that point.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a hobby thing. And then when he was about 12 is when he realized, you know, like this is something that I really want to do. You know what I mean? And we just started to take it serious. When he hit high school is when we kind of said, okay, you know what, we're going to make this a career. You know what I mean? He got his first major placement when he was 14. That was at Tory Lanez song with a cat out in Detroit named Out of Town. So that was his first major, let's say, placement. But we've been, I mean, you know, we've been in the studio like every day, man.
Yeah.
So he come home from school, we go to the studio, and we're there till like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Comes back, goes to school, and we do it all over again. You know
What's crazy is I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez and Out of Town, I had no clue.
Yeah.
I was at that video shoot.
Oh, you were there?
I was actually at that video shoot.
Yeah, we weren't at the video shoot.
Yeah, for a brief second, like, you know what I'm saying? I went there with a couple, but that's, wow, small world, man.
Yeah, man. So basically how it worked was we was working with a couple of cats named Portion and some other dudes from that camp. And then we went to G-Spot Studio, and Tory Lanez was there with Out of Town. They had a session, and we just started playing beats, and one of the beats Tory Lanez picked it up.
He's just like,
and he cut the song right then and there. So, I mean, that's his first kind of break to get him in the industry, you know?
So let me ask you this. When he was, how did you know he was serious at 12? Like, what signs, like, did he give you? Like, did he straight up tell you, like, yo, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, he kind of told me, and he just kept doing it. Like, so.
Are you set to elevate your fitness journey? Hardcore Ape Fitness merges top-tier workout gear with bespoke training programs tailored to your ambitions. Experience ultimate comfort and resilience with our apparel, allowing unrestricted movement in every session. Whether you aim to gain strength, shed pounds, or boost endurance, we've got you covered. It's not just about fitness, it's a lifestyle revolution. DM a hardcore ape.fitness to begin your transformation.
Yo, this guy. If you don't, you're a piece of shit.
You know, if kids are coming home at the end of the day from school and they're turning on video games, he go right to the computer.
Yeah.
Start making beats and then start trying to get my opinion on the beats and trying to get me to give him some feedback, you know? So, and from then I just knew that, okay, we need to take this serious, right? Because he's got the talent.
So what made you be like, want to show him beats? Most parents are probably like, you know, basketball or hockey or something, but what made you, like, 8 is young.
Yeah, man. And you know, the thing is that I was in the industry too, so I used to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said to you, like first it was just a hobby. I mean, like, try this out, try this program, you know, try this out and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he started to take a liking to it.
Yeah.
So I started to realize that, okay, you know, this is something that he wants to do, so let's continue doing it. You know what I mean? And then I didn't have to do any more. He just took it on himself.
Yeah, 8 is crazy, brother. 8. What program was he using?
Fruity Loops.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when you first showed me our program was Reason.
Yeah, it was Reason.
Why Fruity Loops and not Reason?
It was a little bit easier.
Okay.
Right? So
yeah.
I didn't want him to get discouraged, so I started out with the easier program, and then he just ran with it.
I've seen Julius work, and he works so fast, brother. I don't even know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, he's taking it to a next level, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sending out beats.
Yeah.
How does that work? Because aren't you worried about, like, okay, you know what? I send out a beat to an artist. They might steal it or get somebody. I've had people say, oh, can you make a beat like this? So how do you for producers coming up, what advice would you give them for sending out beats?
For producers right now, I think the game is a little bit different now, though, from it was before. Got to be very careful right now because, I mean, right now, the whole digital world is completely different than what it was before, right? My suggestion to the producers that are coming up now is either work your way up. It's going to be hard to get to a lot of these bigger artists, let's say, now. I would say garner like a B or C list artist and work your way up with them. Like, so like produce everything that they have so that you get the exposure that you need. Just trying to send out beats nowadays, there's thousands of producers that are doing that. And it's hard for you to be recognized out of 1,000 emails that these guys are getting, right? So like right now for Jenius, like he doesn't even send out beats really. It's more of getting in the studio with the artist. But the difference with that is he's already built his rapport, so he's already in the industry, so they kind of know who he is, right? But like for your question, like for newer producers, it just makes sense to just work with like smaller artists and work your way up so you get that exposure. Because right now, if you're sending me beats or if you're sending stuff to me to get to him, I get thousands of emails a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not really not listening. Like I'm really not opening them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because what makes you different than anybody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Makes sense. Young Bangs, Jack Harlow, JackBoys, Polo G, Pop Smoke, rest in peace, are some of the people that he's worked with. So how did that come about? Like I said, like you just gave an example of starting with like C artists.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, these guys have big names in the industry. There's 1,000 producers out there.
Yeah.
So you must have did something.
So like, I'll give you an example. Like Jack Harlow, the first time he met Jack Harlow was in the actual studio in Atlanta.
Okay.
Right. They had a session in Atlanta, and that's the first time he met him. But at that time, Jack Harlow wasn't the Jack Harlow that he was today. Because the first time he met Jack Harlow was in 2018, right, when he was on his come up.
Yeah.
So he was working at the Atlantic studio in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So the first time they got into a studio together, they just clicked.
Yeah.
And now they've just built that relationship. But like, you know, Polo G, he was in the studio with Polo G in LA. Pop Smoke was kind of through working with Wonder Girl. Okay. So I was doing some stuff with Wonder Girl. So that's how that came to fruition. But like, to be honest with you, even when he was starting out, he would do some stuff with like, Killy. Like, so that was his come up artist, let's say, that he was doing some stuff with Killy. He was doing some stuff with, like I was telling you, like, Out of Town, Portion, and those guys. So that's kind of where he started. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't really get to those bigger artists until we started to just like move, like in LA, Atlanta. Like we were there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And just being in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I was about to say that. Yeah. One thing that I noticed about you guys come up is you guys were always in the studio, not in the same studio either. You guys are jumping on a plane
all the time
in the studio. Like I wondered, like, if you guys took a vacation, you're finding their studio out there, aren't you?
There was no such thing as vacations back then. To be honest with you, it was just okay. There's a beat battle in Atlanta. Let's go. For exposure. And when you're out there, and at that time, you book out the studio and you just do shit. Like so you're just out there and you just, you're just in those atmospheres because you never know who you're gonna see in the studio, right?
Yeah. Another thing too. Do you think that his age too, the fact that he was young, kind of helped him?
It did.
In the sense that you're like, wow, this guy's 10 doing this,
right?
Like,
exactly.
What the hell?
Right? Yeah, because I mean, even when he won that beat battle in Atlanta, and he was around like some major producers. That's the first thing they said. It was like this kid is young, 16. Like, how are you making this? How are you raping this shit at like 23, 24-year-olds are doing the same thing you're doing?
Like this?
Yeah, like
this, like man.
Because
I worked with him one time.
That battle in Atlanta, he won it, right?
Okay.
And that gave him some exposure too, because there was like artists like Hoodrich Pablo. There was a lot of artists that were at that beat battle, right? So again, that's exposure, and that you giving that lasting impression to those guys. Like, damn, you remember that 16-year-old kid?
Yeah, don't never forget that. Yeah,
forget that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those are the shit like we drove ourselves to. There's only so far what you can do here in your home city, and sometimes there's a cap in your home city, right? Because there's a lot of gatekeepers and a lot of shit that people just don't want to get you exposed to. So then you got to move outside of the city. That's kind of what we did, right? So we hit those major pockets like, you know, Atlanta, LA, New York. Like those are the pockets that we realize that those are bigger pockets in the industry outside of Toronto that we need to get the exposure to, right? And that was kind of just what we did, man. Like you asked about vacation. The vacation was just going out there and working. That was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I truly believe like what you put in is what you get.
Yeah, man. I'll never feel. I remember the grind that you guys are on, man.
Yeah, man.
And
we're still not done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's still not done. Like we're not even like, I mean, he's like only 23, man. So like, but at least seems like he's been in the industry forever.
Yeah.
But he's still not done, man. There's so much other things that he's got to do right now.
So would you say that he wasn't like the regular kid growing up? Like
He was there.
any free time, spare time, he's on the computer.
That was it.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
That's big.
And like I said to you before, like kids will come home and turn video games on and shit, and he was just working. You know what I'm saying? Like literally come home 4 o'clock, have a studio session at like 5 o'clock, and you're at the session until like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Barring he doesn't have any schoolwork and shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like that was what we did every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It didn't matter what day it was, man. Like, we have to put the work into where we need to get to, you know? And that made him different than any other, you know, kid out there because, you know, kids' attention span back then, or even now, it's just, it's not there, man. Like, you know what I mean? They like something today, they don't like it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, yeah, no, this is what I want to do.
I'm gonna play you something, and I want your opinion on it. It's Timbaland speaking about how he's just like how the new producers kind of messed up the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it for you.
All right.
How you feel about that?
So,
Like the YouTube beats, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with him, but I mean, from an older cat to the younger cats, you need to understand though, and I'm not saying he doesn't understand, but times are gonna change, man. Times are different.
Yeah.
Like even when I was making beats, times are different, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like back then, it was more of face-to-face connections and building those relationships face-to-face. Now you don't have to do that shit. Like, you know, I can get to somebody just through the internet. We never had that back then, right?
No.
So I get where he's saying where the value is a little bit different, but I mean, for a kid that's coming up now that's got AI, they got all these things that can, you know, transition the game. You know, I agree with him, yes, but we need to move with the times, and the times are gonna continue evolving for these kids, right? So, I mean, I don't want to say there's less value because what they're doing, but I do believe that the game is a little bit more watered down now, which I agree with, because like I said to you before, everybody's a producer now.
Yeah.
So like, is there really a challenge now because everything is digital and everything is through a program, where back then you had to chop and sample and do all these things. Kids now just load something into a program and it just works. You know what I'm saying? So
those plugins.
The effort is, I'm not to say the effort is not there, but it's just different.
Yeah, you know what it is? You have to come up with the idea.
Yeah.
To make it happen, it's easier now. You don't have to like sit there down and tediously stretch this and like cut, you know what I'm saying?
You don't have to do it. Like I watched Jenius the other day making some beats, and I was just like, damn, like within minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a light bulb went off for him, and then all of a sudden it was like you grab something and then within like 10 minutes a beat was done. Where back in the days it was like you're looking at half an hour, 45 minutes before you even got a finished beat, you know?
Back in the day, producers would get advances.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Because that conversation that I just played for you, he's talking about producers getting like a 300K advance. And I'm just like, I remember when the first time I watched that, I was just like, wow. Because I never really paid attention to the business side of producing back then. I just liked music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never really paid attention to the business aspect of it. I just always thought like, you send a beat, somebody's gonna give you a whole bunch of money for it, and that's it. And
yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, that's not how it works. No,
Yeah.
man. Like it's a tough industry, man. Like the more producers there are, the less money there is out there for these kids. And like you said, if they don't understand what the business part of it is, it'll be tough to make money because ain't nobody gonna tell you that you're supposed to get, 20% of your publishing and he's on the masters and get an advance, right? Nobody's gonna tell you that. Nobody in the music industry is gonna give you that information to tell you that I owe you money. They're never gonna do that for you. You have to be able to be business savvy enough to understand that, like Timbaland said, what's my worth? Like, what's this beat worth? You know what I'm saying? And don't second guess it and go out and get it, right? Because a lot of people nowadays are I don't want to use the word kids, but a lot of the younger producers right now don't understand the business side of it. And I get it. They just want to make beats, like you said, they just want to make beats and they love it. Yeah. But then what's the business side of it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you got to eat. Yeah. You got to survive. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to be paid for what you're doing, right? So that's the biggest thing right now is just understanding the business side of it. And that's why I was always around Jenius, because I just told him, go out and make the beats. Just do what you got to do. I'll take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure that we have the conversations with lawyers and make sure we conversations with publishers, all those things, right? I'll take that shit off your head because I just want you to be creative. Yeah. Because the business side of it is it's ugly.
It could take your interest out of making beats.
Right. Like you're right. Yeah. Just like, I don't want to do this anymore, right? So that's kind of how we're kind of like a team. You dealt with the creative side, I dealt with the business side.
All right, I want to know your Rushmore of producers, your top 5 Rushmore.
Top 5 producers.
You know, let's make it harder. Top 3.
Top 3?
Top 3.
Okay.
And you can't pick Jenius.
No, okay. All right, fair enough. Like, yeah. Boy Wonder.
Well, he's nice.
Boy Wonder. Timbaland.
Yeah, Timbaland's nice. Yeah.
And I'll probably get some flack for this one, but Pharrell.
Okay, no, Pharrell's nice. Yeah, only real producers are gonna understand. Pharrell's nice. He's very, what's it called? What's the word?
He's diverse, man.
Yes.
He's diverse.
Yes.
And if I needed to throw somebody else in there, I would say Kanye.
Okay, yes.
I don't like the conventional users. I like the producers that go beyond the measures because there's no cap on music, right? And I find that those producers go beyond the measures of actual music. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I was literally probably like 2 days ago just watching a whole bunch of shit on Kanye. Yeah. And I remember I was watching something and he was talking to this artist, I can't remember his name right now. But he was talking to this artist, he's like, yo, we're gonna do an album together, but I don't wanna have he's like, no 808s. Yeah. And he said something else, no hi-hats.
Yeah. And I was
just like,
unconventional, right?
Yeah.
Unconventional, man.
I like Scott's storage too.
I do too.
I like his piano game.
His piano
crazy.
It's crazy. I would agree with that.
Yeah, man. Music, I love music, man. Music's a very important thing in people's lives, I feel like. It sets the tone, the mood.
It's emotional.
Yeah, I'm like, you never really see a beat maker making beats and be down to make, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna change the topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, what does a daily routine look like?
Daily routine?
Yeah.
Right now it's a little bit different now. I'm more of doing like, right now, it's not that I've moved away from the music industry, but Jenius has got his team around him now, so he's kind of good. I'm just on like personal development for myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so getting your mind right, getting your body right, getting just everything around me, just getting together, getting myself together, right? And now I'm just dabbling in other things, like the crypto world and just flipping things. And what I mean by flipping things is like properties, etc. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm helping out the wife with her projects and stuff like that. So just continue.
What is she doing?
So right now she just opened up a business, a women's social club. So we purchased a spot in Vaughan where it's like a 2,000 square foot spot, and she's creating it into a business hub for women.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Wow, that's big.
Yeah, man. So she opened up in June, and it's going well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's giving something to the community that the community needed, right? She's trying to break down the barriers of the whole gatekeeping when it comes to women and being able to be successful in business. So I'm just helping her out with that. So right now for me, it's just, honestly, brother, it's just personal development, man. I'm at that stage in my life now where it's just like I've done a lot. Now I just got to start working on it.
I feel personal development that's a lifetime thing. Like, so, because it's like if you can't develop, how you can help anybody else? You know what I mean?
That's right.
And saying that, how you deal with negative energy?
Can't decipher that it's not for them, right? Your negative energy is because what you're going through, right? But you're just like put it on me, you know what I'm saying? So you feel a little bit better. I don't play that shit, man. I just walk away.
So you've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is growing up, the distractions that you could face growing up. What are the tips you could give somebody, a young man, tips to stay on track and not get distracted by the things that are going on in the world today? Like, for instance, like you said, Jenius, from a young age, he was just, when you're young, it's easy to get distracted, right? So what's a tip?
I was here.
Yeah, so what's a tip that you could give somebody to stay on track?
Always try to do the right thing.
Yeah. That's hard though, man.
It is.
It is hard, man. It's easier to, go left than it is to go right.
Yeah. But I think that one of the things for the younger, the younger audience, is to understand that every action has a consequence. And if you're okay with the consequence, then go ahead and do it. But if you're not okay with the consequences, don't do it, right? Because the consequences can go both ways. You know what I mean? And I agree. I've been through it. Like, it's easy to go left. It's very easy. But if you can see that there might be a consequences that you're not willing to accept, then don't do it. Really don't do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about you working with Jenius, it really shows though too that a father figure is very important.
Yeah.
Because just imagine you weren't around. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're the one that put him on, like, yo, try this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for people that are listening right now, just being involved with even if it's not your kid, just being involved with the youth in the community.
Yeah.
Sure, because when you don't know better, you ain't gonna do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what else I was gonna say to you?
It's very important. I mean, it's imperative for the younger audience to have some kind of figure in front of them that's positive, man. Because if you don't, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough to figure it, because when you figured it on your own, you're finding out the hard way. You know what I mean?
And if your father figure is going to be the streets, streets are going to turn you out.
Yeah, the streets is a myth.
Yeah, right.
The streets is a myth, and so what you like doing for fun? Are you still balling?
No,
You still balling?
to be honest with you, like I instead of basketball, like I'm doing soccer now. So
Okay.
yeah. So
That's
soccer.
big. That's big.
So
I'm not really into the running up and down like that, because at least ball you can take care of the breaks here and there. When you get tired, of just play defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the offense comes, you just stand off in the corner a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know. Soccer, you gotta really be.
Yeah.
It's a lot of running.
Yeah.
A lot of running.
Man. Like the whole traveling piece is good for me now.
But it's good for cardio, man.
Yeah.
It's good for cardio. What's it called? You paying attention? You still watching the Raptors or?
I mean, yeah.
It's hard to watch right now,
hard.
no?
It's hard, man, because
There's hope though.
they're young.
Yeah, there's
That's
hope.
okay. So, but this transition phase for me it's tough.
Yeah, we can't win it all though, but it is tough to watch. It's tough to watch. I like our pickup that we got though.
Yeah, Ingram.
Yeah, like I thought that guy was gonna be a problem, but at least you know what I see. He knows what he needs.
Right, and why wouldn't the whole myth about artists? I mean, basketball players don't want to come to Toronto and stuff like that. If you're gonna get the bag, why are you not coming?
I never understood that.
Why are you not coming? If Toronto's willing to give you a bag to come to Toronto to play ball, and you love playing basketball, why are you not coming?
You see, I never understood it. Two things, right? You have a country backing you up, but I try to put myself in. If I came from the States, I came from somewhere where it's hot.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, go play. We want you to go play over there. Snow, cold. Like, quickly made a comment the other day. I heard he's like, yeah, man, it's cold out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess like money should trump all of that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, when you start out doing something and you realize that you want to take it to the next level, it starts out as a hobby.
Yeah.
Then it starts out, you want to be a professional at this.
Yeah.
Then it goes to the fact of, I want to make the most money I can for doing what I love.
Yeah.
So if Toronto's going to give me the biggest bag, I don't care if it's cold, I don't care if it's hot, I don't care if it's rainy. If you're going to give me the bag, I'm going to be there. Because at the end of the day, what's it about outside of actually doing something you love? You want to get paid. So let's not front and try to act like you don't want to get paid with the biggest bag. You know what I'm saying?
And then sometimes it normally happens to the players that are already getting paid though. Like the whole thing when Alonzo Mourning didn't want to come out here. Like he already had his. He's like, yo, I'm not finishing out here. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kenny Anderson did that to us.
I get that. Those guys are on the downside of their career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
PJ Tucker just did it to us.
Yeah. But he was here already though. He came here once.
Yeah, he was here once.
Yeah, he was here once. But Ingram realizes that nothing was happening for him in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Like he was lost in the
Yeah, I can't believe what I couldn't
like when you look at him and you're like this is not the same guy that I know, like Ingram, you know what I'm saying? Like he was lost in the sauce in New Orleans. So this is like for him a breath of fresh air, and you're getting a bag. Yeah, why not?
And the Lakers too. You don't think he was kind of lost on the Lakers?
Yeah, he was lost.
Yeah, my highlight with him on the Lakers is honestly the only thing I remember about him on the Lakers was that fight with
Oh yeah, with
that fight. Yo, he was pissed. Like he's just like. Yeah. He must have had a rough night or something. Like that came out of nowhere.
That was with Chris Paul, no?
Yeah, with Chris Paul. Yeah, Chris Paul likes to antagonize the players. Like, really, like I think he put his no. It was Chris Paul, Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo, and then man, I can't remember who else it was.
Yeah, and then he just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Ingram came out of nowhere, and he just like pushed. Harden out of nowhere, and you know Harden's not a man that wants to scrap either. No. But you're a strong dude.
Who?
Harden.
Yeah.
You're a strong dude. I want your all-time Rushmore for ball.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah.
And then like right now in the league.
Okay.
Let's start with right now in the league.
Top 5 in the league right now?
Right now. That's playing right now.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Curry.
Yeah.
Doncic.
Okay. Wow.
He said top 5, right?
Yeah.
Damn. He's young.
I'm waiting to hear one.
He's young, but he's unstoppable, right? He's hurt right now, but Wembanyama.
Okay, yeah.
When he develops, he's gonna be crazy.
Problem.
Yeah. Damn. I'm probably gonna get flack for this one, but KD.
KD, okay.
KD.
Yeah, okay.
That's in the league, right?
Yeah. I know. I give you that. I'll give you that. I guess.
And then honorable mentions Kyrie.
Okay. What about Shay, man? She says he's not.
Yeah. He's got to be there too.
Problem.
Yeah, he is a problem. He is a problem. I forgot about Shay. And he's Canadian too, so I would have to put him up there too.
Yeah, man. They can't let you leave it. I had to put that. I had to make that comment.
Yeah, definitely.
What about all time?
Jordan, LeBron, Curry,
Yeah.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Shit. 5? Who's the 5th? Damn. I gotta go with my boy Magic.
Okay, yeah.
I gotta go with my.
No, you have to. You right away.
Yeah.
He's the thing. When I think about no look passes, he's the guy that started the trend. Like
I have to go with him, man.
he's the guy that. Yo, I want to talk about Michael though, because it's gonna be a good conversation right now. 2 things I want to talk about: Scottie and Michael,
Yeah.
and Jordan and LeBron.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave the Scottie. The Scottie one to later, because I feel sorry for that guy. Yo, that guy's shaking it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? When I think of Scottie, I think Future, Gucci flip flops.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, poor guy, man. Like, bro, actually, we'll just talk about Scottie right now. Scottie's son at one point was playing on the same team that Scottie's son was playing on the same team, the Lakers, and his wife or his ex-wife was used to date somebody on the team.
Yeah.
Beasley. Could you imagine?
That's horrible. But then the problem with her is she was just with Jordan's kid.
Yeah.
Like what? So I don't understand.
Yo, bro, what is going on?
That's shameful, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. People are gonna do what they gotta do, but you gotta realize though, man, you're in the spotlight, man. You're in the industry.
Yeah.
And you were a wife to one of a successful basketball player. Let's Scottie Pippen. You gotta be careful what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, this is why I want to know why, because I watched Pippen go on this show. I can't remember the name of the show. He was trying to play it off like him and Michael were never cool, and it's just like, damn, man, like they were. Of course, they were cool, bro.
1-2, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh, how?
I wonder where this. I'm so curious. Like, when did this start? I don't feel it was because of the.
Could be though.
Do you think it was because of this show?
Because I mean, I don't know.
Because he makes it seem like it's the show.
I don't even know if it's because Jordan's son was with his wife and Jordan condoned it, or Jordan didn't say anything about it. It could be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, that's a violation, man.
Well, yeah, Soup.
That guy, I don't care what anybody says, that's a violation. You need to check your kid, Jordan.
Yeah.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
He seems kind of wild though.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you need to check him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't cool, no matter how you put it. You know what I mean?
I feel it for Scottie Pippen. Like, I see.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him on? He was outside, and he's like, a guy came on. A guy's like recording, and he's like, "Yo, Scottie Pippen just tried to take my girl." He's like,
I think I seen that.
Yeah,
I did see that. Yeah.
He puts the camera on Scottie.
Yeah.
And Scottie Pippen puts his hand around his neck, starts choking him a little bit.
That's
The
great.
guy's like, yo, but you didn't do that to the guy with the.
It's true.
I'm like, oh man, these guys are just getting at the man. Oh, man. All right, the conversation that's gonna have the most controversy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you talk about it.
All right.
Jordan or LeBron. Oh, he has to think about it. Oh man.
Jordan.
That's
Jordan.
what I want to hear. That's what I hear.
Nothing against LeBron. Like,
No, he's sick.
LeBron's probably one of the most dominant players I've seen play.
Yeah. Because you're 6'9".
Yeah, but I can't get away from the rings.
Yeah.
Jordan's got 6.
Yeah.
LeBron doesn't even have anything close to that yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, LeBron's got the scoring title. He's got the most points. I get all that. You know, he passed what's his name there?
Kareem? Was it Kareem?
Yeah, that's Kareem. But from an overall dominance, from a team factor, Jordan's it, man.
Yeah.
Jordan's it. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that Jordan has done, I haven't seen LeBron do.
And it's time that he did it.
It's time, right?
You know what I mean?
Nothing against LeBron, one of the most dominant players I've seen play, but when I look at overall accomplishments, it's Jordan, man.
Do you think it's because, okay, so do you think we're just like this? Because the people before us would have probably told us Dr. J.
Yeah, probably.
Or Will Chamberlain.
Yeah. But again, I don't even think those guys are as dominant as Jordan.
What about, I never seen these guys play. What's his name? Elgin Baylor. That guy got like 11 rings.
Yeah. And probably you're probably right.
Yeah.
But the thing about it though is I've seen Jordan and I've seen LeBron.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't have that opinion now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen both of them play, right?
What did you think about the dunk off?
It's horrible.
It was horrible?
It's horrible. Well, what do you mean, this year?
Yeah, this year.
That dude from that plays for who? He's
Magic?
Orlando? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's the place for the G League.
Yeah, G League.
Yeah.
What's the name?
McCullough.
Yeah. He's dope, man.
Yeah, he's dope. He's
dope. But my question to all those other guys that we see do that shit in games,
yeah.
Why you not come to the dunk off, man?
Bro,
like the last good dunk off that we had was Zach LaVine, and
it was over here. Yeah, and that
was the last dunk off where you're like, damn, okay, this is
yeah.
All the others after that were
I think the reason why that one was good, it was a pride thing. Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
It was more like a pride thing.
Yeah.
And
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, man.
But now
it was a good dunk off.
Yeah.
You know.
But think about it now. You're playing 82 games. You got a chance to like chill.
Yeah.
Because they get like 2 weeks off or a week off.
I think it's like a week. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, if you want me to do anything, pay me, man.
But then on the other side of it though, they'll play in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You don't play in the dunk off, or you don't compete in the dunk off, but you want to play in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand that.
All-Star is more like an accolade, because look what LeBron did this All-Star game that just sat out. He sat out instead of giving up his spot.
Yeah.
I heard he got caught some backlash for that.
Yeah, that's, to me, you knew that you weren't playing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he wants
give
to
it
be
to somebody else though, man.
the something.
But give it to somebody else.
Yeah. No, I hear that. No, I totally agree with that. I just think they should take a book, a thing out of the hockey.
Yeah.
And let them know out of the hockey book, when they were doing Canada versus US, I think they should do something like that. Yeah. Canada, US. But you would have to do more than 4.
Yeah.
Because the league is a
mixed up.
Mix up, right? You probably do like France.
Yeah, you have to. This will be like the Olympics.
Yeah, probably 6 teams, France, Canada.
Yeah.
Who else? US. Probably Germany.
Yeah, or even like Spain and those.
Spain got a squad.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you a question. The Doncic trade.
Doncic trade?
What do you think about it?
I think the Mavs know what they're doing.
Okay. You think that they can make it to the finals like they did last year without him? I don't think so. Not with AD. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Ah, man.
First off,
if Kyrie steps up,
but AD's always hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You got hurt, that's crazy. You got hurt the same.
Yeah. So it's interesting because I want to see the Lakers in the playoffs and see what they do.
I need to get you back on this show for real.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. Cause this conversation can keep going and going. I'm actually like trying to cut it short, you know?
No, it's all good.
We're gonna wrap it up though.
Yeah.
One question I want to ask you, it's kind of off topic, but like I said, I really admire your grind.
Appreciate you.
What keeps you motivated? And what helps you stay on track?
What keeps me motivated is failure. I ain't gonna fail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that keeps me motivated. You know, I truly believe that, you know, the L's that I do take are lessons and they're not losses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get up every day knowing that I can't fail. And I got people that are depending on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they're my motivation to make sure that what I set out to do, I do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. You know, I stay focused, man. There's a lot of shit that, you know, you can be doing. There's a lot of shit that comes at you, but I just realized that it's got to go in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? And I can't take on everybody else's fucking problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, it's just the way it is.
When it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember you by?
I do what I say.
Yeah, manage your word.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Do what I say or do. Man of my word. That's all. That's all I got. That's all I got, man. You know what I mean? Just like this.
Yeah, see that? Yes,
That's it. Right? Just do it.
Yeah. And that's the last question I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
The last question I ask you: what do people need to say less and do more?
What do they need to say less and more? Exactly what it says. Say it, don't talk about it. Just do it, man.
Yeah, don't talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah, just be about it, man. Don't talk about it. Like the time you take to talk is the time you could be doing, right? There's a lot of people that talk, but there's no action behind their talks. So, I mean, at the end of the day, just go on and do it. You want to do something, just go and do it. It doesn't matter if it takes you longer than you expected. One of the things I used to tell Jenius all the time is, bro, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do something, as long as you know you're gonna win.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. If I know I'm gonna win at something, I don't care how long it takes me, because I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get to the finish line.
Yeah.
So if it takes me 6 months, takes me 8 months, it doesn't matter. Time don't matter at that point, because I know I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
If you have that mentality when you're doing something, you're good.
Yeah, that's
You're good.
big. That's
Time don't matter. People are hung up on time and, I need to do this today. I need to get this done today. I don't worry about time. I just worry about winning. And once you have that mentality, and once you go out and do what you need to do from that aspect, time don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter, bro, because I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, I really appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you coming down here.
Appreciate you, man.
And coming on my show.
I love this.
Yeah,
I really do, man.
Thank you. It was a super bus. We just said, let's just get it done, man.
Yeah,
Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it, you know?
That's it.
But yo, I really appreciate you. Yo, you promised me on camera.
Yeah.
That you